storm happening inside Globe Life Field. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Do you guys hear that too? All right, it looks like I'm calling a first team weather day. We're gonna call in the CBS 11 weather team right now. Make some noise.
We want you to get to that lowest level of your house.
Look at all those lightning strikes.
Look at that.
Tick, tick, boom.
I don't want you out there.
The noise. Go, baby, we bringing out toys. Separate me from the boys.
This is the winter storm that's moving through.
Bang, bang, we gon' ride out.
We definitely have seen damage from these storms.
Tell me who really
We don't want you to be out on the roads during some of this heavier rain.
This tornado has been on the ground now about an hour.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go and going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
tick, tick, boom.
The Texas Rangers welcome you to Globe Life Field and Rangers Weather Day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hot in here. There must be a first alert met in the atmosphere. Hold on to your umbrellas. The meteorologists are rolling in. Here's your 2025 CBS News Texas First Alert Team. Batting first, he's from the Big D, and hurricanes are his jam. He's the chief, Scott Padgett. He hails from the home of country music, loves to garden, and is transfixed with tornadoes. But he's bringing the sunshine today, Jeff Ray. Rounding out third from the Sunshine State with a name meant for weather, Brittany Rainey. Bringing us home, the left-handed slugger with her head in Helmholtz clouds. She's the Utah sensation, McKenna King.
How is everyone for Rangers Weather Day? We excited?
Yeah, let's hear it!
Wow,
Show us your
look at
excitement!
everybody. All the way from that side to that side. We got a great crowd today for Rangers Weather Day.
Captain up there too.
We have Rangers captain. We have a lot of Rangers fans. I think they might see themselves on TV.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you are. I think
Who
that's
doesn't
their
like
favorite
being
part.
on TV, right?
Exactly.
All right, so again, thanks so much for joining us for Rangers Weather Day. My name is Scott Padgett. I'm the chief meteorologist. Just to give you a background, I have a degree in meteorology. I got a minor in math and broadcasting, so went to school at Western Illinois University, and I've been doing this for 29 years now.
Marking 30, 1 year out, you got 3 decades.
Yeah,
decades
absolutely.
Here. I'm meteorologist McKenna King. As they said a little bit earlier, I'm from northern Utah. Got my degree in broadcast journalism, went back to school for atmospheric science to learn all about how the weather works, forecasted hurricanes and snowstorms, and then brought myself here to Dallas earlier this year.
And we're so excited to have McKenna
Yes,
here.
welcome.
She has been wonderful. I'm Brittany Rainey. I grew up in the Sunshine State, but I absolutely love Arctic fronts. Who doesn't love it when that really cold air moves in and you have to bundle up? Anybody else enjoy that? Yeah,
Kinda,
a little bit. I think a couple of you do.
I'm not one of
Usually
them.
you might get a snow day too. And I went to school for meteorology. It's so much math, so much physics. So if you like math and physics, you're gonna love the presentation today.
Who likes math?
Two hands up! Yeah!
All right, so there's a lot of math for weather, but there's a lot of science, and it's all around us right now. I mean, there's water vapor in this building right now. Isn't that kind of cool? We're going to show you some cool experiments. So right now, McKenna, down there you can't see Jeff. Did you guys already pour the liquid nitrogen in there? Nicely done. So what they did, you can see in this tub right down here, there is liquid nitrogen in there. McKenna, how cold is liquid nitrogen?
I mean, it's real cold. Don't touch it.
Yeah, you don't want to touch it. It's so cold, it's minus 320 degrees Fahrenheit, so it looks like it's boiling right now. But what we're going to do, our trusty assistant, Sammy, on top of the ladder, he's going to pour some hot water into liquid nitrogen, which is 320 degrees, it's negative 320 degrees, and watch what happens. Go for it, Sammy.
Whoa! Check that out!
Huge cloud.
There you go.
Whoa. Look
at all the
build.
condensation.
He's making fog.
Isn't that kind of cool? You can do more, Sammy. Go for it.
Let her rip.
There you go.
He's an expert at this. Don't try this at home.
So what he did is we had really hot air go into liquid nitrogen, and what you see there, see how it's kind of billowing up? You know when we get thunderstorms? Yeah, you see those thunderstorms? You can see it on the screen up there too. Those thunderstorms, they build up. It's called an updraft. So those clouds build and build and build. That's what we have. But what happens when we have more condensation? What's on the ground right now, McKenna and Brittany?
Did you guys drive through it this morning? Were you getting wet while you were going to school
Some of those
today?
lower clouds.
Fog.
What do you guys think that is? It's fog, right? What happens, Colby, if you want to kind of like brush your hand a little bit, Colby, just make a little bit of air. Let's see what happens to fog if we get wind, right?
Nice job, guys.
Look at that.
Right, look at that. Even you can see the fog there on the ground. That is called,
the wind picks up, pushes it all out.
Yep, so all right. So what happened, Brittany? What happened to that water that it went into the liquid nitrogen?
It evaporated, and we went from a liquid into a gas state, and that can give you a lot of energy, and that's when we get a lot of those thunderstorms and a lot of explosive weather across the area.
Yeah.
Right. So where does our weather come from?
Weather comes from so many places, and it's those little changes that can really have huge impacts on the weather. We talk a lot about a capping inversion here, and overcoming that cap and the explosive weather we can see, where we go from a sunny day to a stormy day.
And speaking of the sun, the sun is what powers a lot of our weather. We're going to be able to show you this graphic here. This is what really powers our weather. This is an ultraviolet image right there, as you can see. This is 600 million tons of hydrogen fused into helium every single second. It produces incredible amounts of energy. You guys know the sun, right? We saw it, well, we didn't see it yesterday.
No,
we're really seeing it today.
See a little bit of it later today, maybe.
That's right. So we get radiation every single direction from the sun, but thankfully the Earth's atmosphere protects us, Brittany.
It definitely does. It has several different gases in it, and it acts as a protective layer for us from all those UV rays. Does anybody have any ideas of what our atmosphere is made of? Ooh.
Raise your hand. We have somebody up there, our trusty assistant, Whitney. We want to know, what do you think our atmosphere is made up of? All right?
I think it's made of space, but really tight air.
Air, there's air, but there might be some different gases in the atmosphere.
You know what those gases are?
We talked about one of them at the beginning of the show. That's really, really cold. Sometimes we made it really cold.
Maybe like nitrogen or something.
Yeah, we got one, nitrogen. That's right.
We've got a couple
others.
More.
Oh,
keep
so
going.
many
We got
volunteers.
3 more.
We've got a couple more. Who else wants to go? Whitney, find us another guesser here. We're testing their knowledge of science. You got a lot of volunteers there.
We got a lot of volunteers. We got 3 more answers, Whitney, so find someone else.
Who wants to go now? Tell us your name
There's
real
more.
quick.
Go
What's
ahead
your
and find
guess?
someone else.
Here we go.
Oh, wait, what? I don't know what the question was.
Oh, what is
What's
our
our
atmosphere
atmosphere made up of?
What do we breathe in a bunch? What do we need to survive? What element is that? What are you breathing in right now? Starts with an O. Air?
What's that gas? We have nitrogen.
Air.
It starts with an O.
You're breathing in
Oxygen.
oxygen, right?
There we go.
We got
Very
2 more.
nice. 2 more. These are a lot smaller amounts. This one you may not have heard too much about. It starts with an A, so it's early on in that periodic table.
Oh, this one's a tough one.
Are you pirate mateys? If that helps you any.
All right, we got this little one here in the middle. Maybe he has an answer.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
in the blue.
They have their hands raised up there.
Whitney's coming to you. What's your name real quick? Once she gets you the mic, tell us your name and your guess of that element. Oh, she's coming, she's coming. He's like,
All
give me
right,
that
here we
mic.
go.
My name's Henry.
All
Hi,
right.
Henry.
What else, Henry? What do you think is in the atmosphere?
So what's the question again?
What's the atmosphere made up of?
It's argon.
What?
The atmosphere is made of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and ozone.
That's
It's
fine.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, you're around it.
How about, have we heard of argon?
Yes, argon. That
Argon.
is it.
And then one more, it's called water vapor. So let's go ahead and reveal the answers for everybody because we got to move it along for us. This is what the atmosphere is made up of. Nitrogen, 79%, oxygen, 21%, that all darn argon, 1%. And then we have, water vapor about 0 to 4%. There's water vapor in this building right now.
Yeah,
There
all
is.
around you. You're surrounded by water. You can feel it on a really humid day, which we've had the last couple of days. That more moisture in the atmosphere, you're surrounded by water all the time.
All right, so do you guys want us to blow something up?
I do.
Yes, of course.
I don't think they do.
I love blowing
You want us to
things
blow
up.
something up? All right, we showed you at the beginning of the show how weather can be dynamic, even explosive. So what happens if, when we put the hot water into liquid nitrogen? What do you think will happen if we put the liquid nitrogen in a 2-liter bottle and put a cap on it? It might get explosive. Jeff and Sammy, they're working on that right now.
And they have the proper
All right, so they have the
safety gear.
Yeah, they have their safety gear on. So what they've done is they put the liquid nitrogen in that 2-liter bottle. Jeff is going to put a cap on it real fast. Sammy is doing his arm workout. We got some ping pong balls in there. We're going to blow those up into the sky as well. So this is going to be a fast process, and at times it's hard because we want to make sure that we are remaining safe. But the liquid nitrogen, you can see it. It's continuing to boil off because it's so cold right now. It's negative
Look how cold
320
that
degrees.
is.
All right, Jeff's going for it. He's capping it real fast. We're putting in there. Here come the ping pong balls. Sammy
Here we
did an
go.
okay job. There's fun. So what's going to happen? The liquid nitrogen, it's going to get loud. It's in that bottle. It's continuing to expand.
Whoa! Whoa! Wasn't that fun? Isn't weather fun?
Kaboom, right?
So exciting.
That shows how the weather can be dynamic and it can be explosive. So that's what happens sometimes when we had thunderstorms yesterday. It got explosive. So much energy.
So much
wrapped
energy
into those storms.
And that pressure, that low pressure, it builds over time. And we talk about the cap too. We can see that here in North Texas where it really does start to explode, just like this.
How'd you do on that one? You all right? Did it scare you?
Yeah, it was a little alarming, but I'm here
I
for
jumped.
it.
It got me.
All right. So,
There's actually air pressure pushing down on you at all times.
times.
Did you guys know that? Yeah, we actually have air pushing down you on now. And that air pressure on your body is about 14.7 pounds per square inch. Can you feel that? Are you feeling that air pressure?
it's kind of
Little
like
bit.
a 14-pound or 15-pound bowling ball in
Yeah,
a sense,
just sitting there.
pushing down on every square inch of your body. But you can't feel it, right? You want to know why? Because your body's equalizing it. It's pushing back.
We're getting both forces, one pushing down and one pushing back. And we can do this and show you this by making water floats. We're going to make water float, guys. So what Scott is doing, and he's putting some dye in our water just so you can see it. I just have water in this cup. Now he's going to take a coaster and he's going to put it on top.
Check it
And
out.
now it's going to be magic. Ready? I know it's not as explosive as blowing something up, but watch this. 1,
Still
2,
cool.
3. Ooh.
Whoa.
I mean, that's cool. I made water float, people, right? You guys could do this at home. All you need is a coaster and a cup of water and some food coloring. And then if you want to put it over your brother or sister's head and see if it works, you can do that too, right? So that's making water float. That's what we're talking about, water pressure, the air pressure, pushing down on you and pushing back even more. So that's kind of fun, but we have more experiments as well for us to do.
More pressure demonstrations.
All right, we're
It's
gonna have
on.
this. All
We're
right,
heating
we're gonna
it
have.
up right now.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is what we did here, and kids, we don't want you to do this by yourself. If you want to do this at home with your parents, you can for their supervision. So we put some water in this bottle here, so we're heating that up inside this container, and then there's ice water here. So we're going to let this boil a little bit more, get this even warm, and McKenna, want to talk about how, you know, as things heat up, with water there, it evaporates. What's going to happen here with the pressure?
It's that water cycle that we've talked about. We go back to the basics, right, where you get that condensation, that switch from a liquid to a gas, and we also talk about some of those pressure changes too. But we've got this hot heat that's just really warming up this can here. We're going to dip that into the ice, and you're really going to watch it start to shrink up. Just like, think about water turning into ice. Notice how it starts to kind of shrink up.
Gets more
We're
dense.
going to see that with this.
All right, we're going to let this boil a little bit, and as we're doing that, because we were a little late putting this on there, but we're going to let that boil. Let's talk a little bit more about the seasons.
How the weather changes with the seasons, right? Whose favorite season is spring? Storm season in North Texas, right? We like some spring.
Yep.
Who likes winter?
Me!
Okay, we like some snow days. All right, so let's talk about that. You can look at the board here. So we have our 4 seasons, right? We are in spring right now. Earth is a globe sitting on a 22-degree tilt. Now, 42 days ago, that was the official start of spring. On that day, Earth is not tilted either toward or away from the sun. The sun is directly over the equator, right in the center of the Earth. We get 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, approximately, on that equinox. When the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun, we have summer, and we actually have our longest days, the longest amount of daylight. The sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer in the northern, which is where we live. Winter solstice is when it is tilted away from the sun. That's when we have winter and we have some of our shortest and darkest days, right? That's when the sun is directly over the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere. So you talk places like South America. When we're in winter, they're in summer.
And you know, have you guys heard of Taylor Swift? I mean, anybody heard of her? Yeah, have you heard her song where she mentions the jet stream?
Yes.
That actually helps drive our weather because the Earth, it heats unevenly. I mean, we get the polar bears at the north and southern poles, and what is the atmosphere there? What is the environment like? It's really, really cold, right? Yeah, I saw the hand go up. You're going to say it's really cold. And then at the equator, just as McKenna was explaining, it gets a lot warmer. So we see that jet stream moving the cold and warm air along and helping to try and balance it out.
Right, so we're now back here, and inside this can, it's been boiling a bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my trusty tongs here, and I'm just going to turn this over into ice water. And what's going to happen? The change in pressures, poof, it's going to crush. I'm not doing it with these, so this is always fun. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Maybe or not.
Is it not hot enough?
It didn't work.
Yet?
It wasn't hot enough yet. So, you know what? Why not have Jeff blow something up again? How about that, right? No? Can we blow something up again?
Okay, they want to blow stuff up.
I'm saying, all right. So what we're going to do now, Sammy's doing his bicep workout and shoulder workout. We have liquid nitrogen getting in a 2-liter bottle, but this time we're going to put a trash can on top of it and see how high up in the air that trash can go, all right? So let's go for it, Jeff and Sammy.
Any guesses? Do you think it's going to go 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet? Anybody?
10 feet?
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We're all excited. They're backing away.
And we just wait. You know it's going to get a little bit loud, right?
3, 2,
so again, that liquid nitrogen.
1. Ooh, we're hearing it. Oh, there it is. Woo!
Look at that. We got a broken garbage can.
So
that
we have
was
a broken
way higher
garbage
than 10
can.
feet.
It was.
And Jeff, if you want to show them that bucket right there.
It's demolished.
Yeah, Jeff, you want to talk through that, Jeff, a little bit about what you saw? Yep. There you go. So that's the bucket. That's how explosive weather can be, how dangerous it can be, and can cause some damage. So that's why we're here on Rangers Weather Day, to let you know about the different types of weather. So you know what? The can didn't want to crush, so we're going to move on, because Jeff crushed it with that experiment.
It's hard to beat an explosion.
That's right. So, all right, let's see if we get this fog cannon working a little bit more. So, go ahead and talk about this a little bit more. I'm going to make sure that this is on for us.
Okay, so we're gonna get this fog machine
We're having some
started.
technical difficulties.
So we live in an ocean of air, and we're going to use this fog cannon to show you how that air is moving around you at all times. So we're actually going to use it kind of like a drum. Hopefully Scott is going to work out the technical
Have we got
difficulties
power?
of this.
I need power.
Oh no, we
Have
didn't
we got
have
power, guys?
It's all right. Things happen. Because sometimes the Mother Nature
Get it going.
cooperates with us, and sometimes Mother
Sometimes
Nature
it doesn't.
doesn't.
Hey, you guys saw the fog this morning, though, right? And you've all been out on a really foggy day where you walk outside after a lot of rain, that front moves through. Next morning, we have clear skies and very light winds. The air is just very stagnant, and it just sits there. Eventually, the sun comes up, and that will start to evaporate those little water particles. Or you get some wind, and that just pushes it off, and it kind of mixes with the rest of the air. That's what we're going to kind of see here if we can get this going.
We were trying to, but let's go. We can go ahead and move on past that just
Should
a little
we
bit
make
more.
a cloud in a bottle?
Yeah, let's go and make a cloud in a
Okay.
bottle. So McKenna is magic. That's what we brought here to be a part of the
She
First
has
Alert
a
Weather
special
team.
touch.
All right, so go ahead. Just a
We've
little
got
bit.
some alcohol, isopropyl alcohol that we're going to pour in here.
That's good.
I think that's
That's
enough
plenty.
there. Okay.
Nope. And so what we want to do, sorry, McKenna, you want to roll this around. I'm going to pour some of this out. It will evaporate, promise.
A lot of you
All
have demonstrated the water cycle and learned about it, right? This is part of that water cycle. We go back to the basics.
We're going to turn this on a little bit more, get some power for this one, just a little bit more, and add some pressure to it.
And this is about the pressure. We're going to talk about high pressure and low pressure and how that affects our weather. So when you hear us talking about high pressure, is it usually sunny outside, or do you usually see clouds?
High pressure, who thinks it's sunny?
More hands.
You should all raise your hands.
It's sunny with
We
high
love high pressure. That gives us that fair weather. But when we get low pressure, that's when we can see those explosions, the thunderstorms, the heavy rains.
And like that.
And I
we've
made a
got
cloud in the bottle.
Look at that.
So he was putting a lot of pressure in that bottle, and when he was doing so, it was clear. But then the second he released that pressure, it lowered it, and then we saw the cloud form. So he's going to do it again. So he's putting that
The
pressure
cloud?
in there. So now we're starting to see it clear out. We're getting
Okay,
sun. Look at
and
there it goes.
High pressure, look, we've got a sunny day.
Very nice.
wait.
Oh, and then once you
A
release
little bit of a
it,
not sunny day.
You got to hang on to it.
You gotta hang on
Bottle
to
right
it.
off.
it will go flying.
Pressure sometimes gets very, very
Okay,
strong.
look, we've got the high
All right.
pressure.
So,
Okay,
take it out.
Oh,
And there's a
nice.
little bit of a cloud in the bottle.
there we go.
Because you get that air lifting and condensing, and you get the clouds. So with low
And look,
pressure,
now it's
lifting,
escaping.
you're getting clouds. With high pressure, you get sinking air, and you get sunshine. How cool is that? Yeah.
So there were times you talked about the jet stream. I think
Yes.
you showed the animation of the jet
We
stream.
did.
So what the jet stream can do, it can lift things up. It's the driver of our weather here from west to east in the northern hemisphere. It's that driver of all the weather for us as well.
Several thousands of feet, tens of thousands of feet up in the sky.
Right.
It sinks farther to the south during the summer, up to the north during the winter, and that influences our weather patterns.
So what it can do, it can lift things up. So do you think if I blow over this toilet paper right here, it's going to lift up like this? You guys think I can do that?
I think that's
Maybe.
what's going to happen.
Let's
I
see.
mean, look at that.
Oh.
So the air above is actually lifting the
Right.
air at
Okay,
the surface.
okay.
But I
How
think
cool
we
is
can do it on a
that?
bigger scale, right?
I think so too. We're going to bring out
So-
some power tools here to show you this. Make it a little more
None of them?
exciting. All right.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm going to work my way
Got
up
it,
here
one?
because we think we can do that on a bigger scale. And we get as close to you guys as possible, and McKenna is as well. Because, yeah, we were able to use, just our air a little bit more for us. But let me see what I can do up here and see if I use this
Go for
leaf
it.
blower.
Woo, look at it go! How fun is that?
And look at that.
Oh, we got to reload.
We're out of toilet paper.
There we go. Uh-oh, I got to reload. I mean, who doesn't like to TP anything? Now, kids, I'm not telling you to do this at your mom and dad, like with your friends, but I'm just saying,
Here we go.
it's kind of cool,
Here we are.
right?
Woo! How fun
All
is
right, let me get
that?
power.
You got it really high in the air. That was quite impressive.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to get power up here and then see what I got. All right,
Oh, Scott's kind of bringing that toilet paper right to you.
I'm going to do my best.
He's got it. I see some kids with that toilet paper. That looks like fun.
All right, hold on.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Be ready. You're about to get TP'd. Oh, no.
I'm having technical difficulties. If someone could help me here real fast. There we go.
Billy, just turn it on.
All right, there we go. Load that one for me. I'm loading this
This
one.
is all about teamwork. Science is about teamwork. You got to have your friends help you with all these experiments. When something goes wrong, you just test it out and give it another go. That's the fun of science. So that's what we're doing here. Oh, he's got it on. Just
Okay, ready?
Baby.
I got you guys.
It's upside
oh,
down.
No. Wait.
I'm going to do it. I don't give up.
He got it. He got it. There it is. It's coming up. Look how far that's going.
Okay. Oh. Can we get her going?
There we go.
Wait. We got to flip
Load
it
me
the
up.
other way.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Baby.
That toilet paper doesn't want to cooperate. There we go.
It's trying. Ooh, catch it. All right.
There you go. Pull her through.
It's trying. And then you know what? Sometimes if it doesn't work, you just throw the toilet paper in the audience.
There you go. Give
Right.
it some manpower to get that toilet paper to fly. But you know, there are so many dynamic things in our atmosphere. Have you guys ever heard of something called a microburst? Yeah, this is when cold air comes rushing out of the bottom of a storm and it slams on the ground because it's coming down with such force that winds can reach over 100 miles an hour and they can do damage. I mean, we all think of the damage that tornadoes do with that rotating air, but winds just really rushing out of a thunderstorm can do the same thing.
Oftentimes we think about all of that storm damage coming from tornadoes, but those microbursts, those straight line winds, those can do a similar amount of damage. You can see buildings knocked down from winds like microbursts.
That's right. I see condensation and evaporation happening. I'm not
let's see
giving
it.
up.
We're going to give this
Let's see
Can
if
Crush
it
another
works.
chance.
Oh,
There we go.
it's
Success. You just
Mother
had to let
Nature
it
crushed
heat
the
up.
bottle.
It worked.
All right, so let's talk about, though, how it can get dangerous. Just yesterday, we talked about tornadoes. We had some tornado warnings here in North Texas. You guys know about tornadoes, right? We want to show you some video of a tornado. This is coming from Christmas of 2015 in Rowlett. So if we could roll that video, this is an EF4 tornado coming through Dallas County. You can see it there. It's kind of hard to see in the distance a little bit more, but it's going to be right there. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is the EF4 tornado that came through North Texas. They happen a lot here. It came through Dallas County near the Rowlett area. So we just always want to make sure that you know what to do. That's why we're here on Rangers Weather Day, to let you know what the weather can be. It can be fun, it can be dynamic, and at times it can be dangerous. So we want you to understand what the difference is between a watch and a warning. Let's walk them through that.
It's a huge difference. Yes, so let's walk you through. You get that tornado watch and you think, okay, do I need to take shelter just yet? We're going to pop some graphics up here, and I'm going to tell you the difference between a watch and a warning. Walk you through that. So when we're talking a watch, we're talking, we have ingredients in place, right? We could see severe weather a little bit later. So that indicates risk of hazardous weather, and that's when you want to start making that plan. Hopefully most of you and your parents, you already know where your safe spot is, right? Your interior room, lowest level of your house, no exterior walls, no windows. So you have that plan, but it's not time to go there yet.
And those watches usually last maybe 5 hours.
Several hours,
They
yes.
last a long time because those ingredients might take a little while to come together.
We had tornado watches in place yesterday. Not everybody saw tornado warnings, though. Let's talk about those warnings. When you know you're under a tornado warning, that is when it is time to get into that safe spot. That is when those ingredients have all combined and we actively have severe weather on the table. The event is occurring, imminent or likely. It's time to take action. So that's when you get your pets, all of your siblings, your parents, and you head to that safe spot. And those tornado warnings don't last as long, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then it moves off to the east or up to the north of you, and then it becomes someone else's problem. But those warnings, that is when it's time to take action. Think of it like this. If you're making cookies, we have the ingredients for cookies, right? I have flour, I have oats, I have chocolate chips.
Did you say
They're all ready.
Oats and cookies?
Oatmeal cookies, come on.
No,
oatmeal
we like just regular
No, we
chocolate
love
chip.
oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So you have your ingredients, but once you bake those, the cookies are made. The ingredients have combined to make our final product. Same thing goes here. The ingredients combined to create that tornado warning.
And when you go to your safe space, some things that you want to have in it is a baseball helmet, because if a tornado does go through your area, you can get flying debris, and that just gives you an extra layer of protection, some blankets that you can quickly throw over yourself, and maybe some pillows as well. But you don't want to be running around the house trying to grab those items when that tornado warning is issued. You want to do that when the watch is issued, so that you can just head right to that safe space. Everything is there. You put your baseball helmet, or what am I saying?
Baseball helmet.
Baseball helmet,
A helmet,
whatever. They have baseball
Any
helmets.
helmet
so
you, because you might get hungry.
All right, so we talked about tornadoes, you know, thinking, okay, that's kind of scary. We had flooding yesterday.
absolutely.
That's scary. So we're going to ask another question. Whitney, you're up here soon now. We want to know, what do you think the most dangerous weather is in North Texas? We have multiple choice here, so Whitney's going to ask some of you. Raise your hand if you want to answer. What is the most dangerous weather here in North Texas?
Is it tornadoes, flooding, heat, or lightning?
Tornadoes, that's a good guess. It's not quite right. What do you think is the most dangerous weather in North Texas?
Let's see somebody else. Let's go to someone else. I think we got tornadoes. Anyone else have a guess?
We're moving. We're coming to someone else. Emphatically waving hands.
Let's pause and wait to hear their answer.
Flooding.
Flooding.
Lightning.
All right, flooding's a good choice. That's another choice.
I think she said lightning. That's also a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay, but
What do we think? Is there another one? What was it?
Heat.
Yes, you got it.
There
Because
we
we
go.
get so
Actually,
hot in the
heat.
summer.
Yep.
Have you guys experienced those 100-degree days, day after day after day? Heat is actually the most dangerous here in Texas, followed closely by flooding.
That's right. So we want to talk about flooding. Jeff, do you want to talk about the flooding a little bit for us from Crum?
Oh,
Yes.
crumb.
Yeah. Crum. It was
we have
flooding.
that video?
Yeah. So I think we have that video here. We can also see it on the streaming app. Flooding is also very dangerous. Take a look at this, Jeff. We were covering this.
Scott and I were live on television when we saw this video, and this drives home the point that the most dangerous thing you can do in flooding is be in a car and trying to get somewhere. You have to avoid moving water, standing water. Anytime the water gets higher than your hubcaps, you are in trouble. So you have to be at home and not trying to get anywhere when we're under a flood warning. Warnings mean it's happening.
Yep, warning means it's happening. So we always want to say, turn around, don't drown.
That's what I was
don't
just
care
gonna say.
how big of an SUV you have or big truck you got. Mother Nature can always win sometimes. So just give yourself some extra time and just take it away. All right, we got
this
some
happened to
special
one of
guests
our
coming in.
storm chasers the other day
It did.
too. He's well trained for this, but that really sneaks up on you. Hey, look at these people in green though.
Oh, they're
Got
coming
something
on
else to talk
down.
about.
Does anybody have an idea why we would be bringing green shirts down to a green screen? Does anybody know how we present the weather when we're on TV? At least one of them? You think it involves maybe a green screen? Yes, if you thought it did, you're absolutely right.
So I'm in front of the green screen right now. So this is how we do the weather at CBS News Texas. Brittany here is as well. This is what we stand in front of. So normally you would see an image behind us, all right? So hopefully we'll be able to pop up that image that's behind us, so you'll be able to see how they key us in and out or not. But I'm going to go ahead and bring some friends here to stand in front of the green screen. Come on up, guys. There's
Your
Brittany
time to
doing the weather, and look, here we are in front of it.
Oh,
but
there's
come on
me.
over. Come on over. Stand right there, guys. All right, so what's your name and where are you from?
Archer, and I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
All right, and you are?
Tate from Fort Worth, Texas.
And you are?
Valentina from Fort Worth, Texas.
Hello, and?
Colleen from Fort Worth, Texas.
Now, you guys can't see it right now, but you guys look like you don't have shirts on. Wait, you might look up right there. Look at that.
They
That's the
disappeared.
magic of green screen. So if you have this color on, you guys we can't wear green.
We can't wear green.
No. Grab some of those ping pong balls. So what's been your favorite thing about Rangers Weather Day so far?
The explosion.
Of course, the explosion is my favorite part too, right? How about you?
I like the explosion.
Yeah. All right, Valentina, is it the explosions?
Yes.
All right, and what about you?
When the trash can shot up all the way in the air.
All right, when the trash can shot up all the way into the air. Now, do you guys remember the difference between a watch and a warning?
Warning means it's actually happening, and a watch is just like watch out for it.
Nicely done. High five. You were in front of the green screen. It looks like you actually might be a future meteorologist. You think you want to be a meteorologist?
Maybe.
Brittany, she's coming for your job.
Oh,
so
I like
there's
it.
also these green ping pong balls. So it's no matter what color, if it's green, go ahead and hold that up. There you go. These are going to be your special gifts. You guys get to take these home. Here you go. Here you go. So if you guys are hold those up and out, can we see them? Can you guys see those green ping pong balls at all? No, this is the excitement of what is called chroma key. This is how they make movies as well. All right, high fives all around. Nicely done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Give a round of applause for our special guest here. All right, guys, thank you so much. Head on out.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of severe weather, right? We've talked about tornadoes. We have something else that falls here in North Texas, and it can get pretty large. We talk about different sizes of, Whitney, are you up there still? Hail! What are we talking? Hail, that's exactly right. Do we know how we get hail that's really large? Does anybody know?
Kind of like juggling.
We get thunderstorms, we get updrafts, we get a lot of dynamic stuff happening for us, but you know what? We're going to make it even bigger, McKenna. I think that we can make a thunderstorm here in Globe Life Field and maybe a hailstorm, but what we will need from you guys is a countdown from 10. Do you think that we have a thunderstorm that could happen in here? Yes? All right, are my hail people ready? I think we're good to go. All right, let's give a countdown. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's hailing in a storm. Oh no!
Here it comes.
Let's have that hail fall down.
Let's go, thunderstorm.
Go for it.
Hail?
Let's go.
Go for it. Make the hail fall.
Drop the hail.
The clouds are dropping.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yes.
Yep. Dump it. Dump it. There you go. Everybody together. No, here we go. There we go.
There's a hailstorm in Globe.
Very nice.
Tell
Very
them about the
nice.
prizes, Scott.
All right, so with our Rangers Weather Day, there is a special prize. If you have, is there a name on it?
It looks like a baseball.
All right, if you have a ping pong ball that looks like a baseball, you get a prize. Look for those ping pong balls. If it looks like a baseball, you have won a prize, and you'll be able to see us, I think, right down here, Tad, up there. Back where you are right now, back there, you take your ping pong ball that looks like a baseball, and you win a special prize from us here from CBS News Texas
105
on Rangers Weather Day. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Great having you.
We'll see you again next year, and go Rangers!
Go Rangers!
All right, everyone, thank you so much for coming out to Texas Rangers Weather Day in 2025. We ask that you kindly stay in your seats or only stay on the concourse right behind your seating area until noon when our gates open. Thanks for joining us today here at Globe Life Field, and we hope you have so much fun at today's game. One more time, everyone, please remain in your seats until noon or only stay on the west side of the concourse. Once again, enjoy today's game and remain in your seats until noon. Thank you and have so much fun at today's game.
Shake, 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 shake.